So we know that Mortal Empires is coming around the corner. A lot of great things have come out of Creative Assembly here as of late. I think it was Tuesday that they announced this, and Wednesday we had the live stream to kind of showcase it. But we do know that Mortal Empires is coming out on the 26th of October, and we'll also be seeing the new Blood and Gore pack on the same day. So, you know, what's to be expected? There was a great infographic that they just released, but it's 117 starting factions, 96 different spells for you to master, 35 legendary lords. This is just straight off the infographic, nothing special here. But 295 settlements. That's twice the settlements that were in Total War Warhammer 1. So, well, a little bit over twice that. 268 different battle maps. So hopefully we'll start to see some choke points in the old world. And we're going to get quite a crazy map here. So there's been some leaked kind of, I guess you could say, game source files of what to expect with Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, kind of like the distribution of all of these provinces and all these regions. And we're going to see a little bit different of a distribution of places in Ulthuan. We'll see one of the legendary lords moved is more than likely going to be Teclis, because they've cut that portion of Teclis' starting area out of the game. And it's really going to open the map for a lot of future stuff to come into the game. Now, Creative Assembly has said that anything to come out now is going to be towards the Mortal Empires total campaign, everything. So we're going to see the same. We'll maybe see Eltharion, who was a high elf legendary lord we've talked about. That'll maybe start in Southlands, or maybe we'll see some of the other options for Skaven, like Ikit Claw for Clan Scryer, that might start in Skavenblight, or the Clan Mulder, which is all the way up in Troll Country, over by Kislev, over by Norska, and over by the Frozen Dwarfs. I can never remember their actual name, but it's really interesting to see where this is going to head. I mean, this is the biggest and most dense campaign map that Total War has ever released, and we're in for quite the treat here, because this is pretty damn exciting for me, especially because I'm finally going to be able to play. I'm going to play the War of the Beard if I want. You know, I can have high elves reaping across the land towards dwarfdom. Turn and I can play a head-to-head campaign that does exactly that. We have a lot of different options here. You can actually have Bretonnia go on some grand crusade into the New World. So there is a lot to look forward to here. And this video I didn't want to make overly long, but I kind of wanted to talk about some of the things that we can expect with Mortal Empires. And some of those are really kind of obvious, right? We're going to see this combination of maps that we just talked about. We talked about all these different legendary lords and so on and so forth, but we're probably going to see a campaign choosing in the same way that we see with Total War Warhammer 2. If you look on that infographic, we see just the base faction icons. We see greenskins. We don't see the goblins. That just escapes me right now. We see vampire counts. We don't see von Karstein. We just see chaos. We don't see Norska. So that's something to note here, because we also just see wood elves. We don't see Durthu, because who in the hell can pronounce that name? Argowin. I mean, we don't see dwarfs on here, but we know that they're going to be a race you can choose. But my point is here, in Total War Warhammer 2, you don't choose a race. You choose a legendary lord, which then gives you a specific faction. So, you know, you choose Marathi, who is in the Cult of Pleasure. You choose Malekith, who is the Dark Elves of Nagaron in specific. So that's what I'm expecting we're really going to see here from here on out. We're no longer going to see, I choose Empire, here's my legendary lords I can choose from. It's going to be, I choose legendary lord X. I start here as either Empire or a sub-faction thus of. Like, maybe we'll finally get to see a campaign map where we can start as the mighty Toadbringer himself. But we are going to see different victory conditions, right? So no longer are we going to have just the typical kind of, hey, go stem the chaos tide and capture the Empire. The Empire has to interact now with the New World. So they'll have a mission, a part of their victory condition, to go and capture a city in Ulthuan. A specific one, I'm not sure. But we do know that they are combining these two worlds. And with this, they've opened the world, the present world, the New World and Old World, to even more factions, right? So we're going to finally start to see maybe some Tomb Kings as a downloadable faction for this. They have confirmed that Tomb Kings are coming. They've confirmed that all races are coming. Well, more of the heavier hitting ones. This obviously doesn't include stuff like the Mountains of Morn, where you would find the Ogre Kingdoms and the Chaos Dwarfs. That might probably be reserved for the third installment of the game, but this just, like I said, definitely opens up the map for a possible Araby faction, a possible Tomb Kings faction, because they said they're going to, like I was saying, just imbue things into this Mortal Empires. And they've also kind of dropped that little hint of saying like, oh, it's something tongue-in-cheeky, as British people typically do, but they were saying that, you know, let me read it here. And a final word on the name. We know that not all the empires and characters featured in Mortal Empires are mortal in the truest sense of the word. So that could extend to vampire counts, but it could definitely extend to Tomb Kings, which I think we're all pretty stoked on. I know I've been running a pretty constant series on them. We'll keep that going here as well. But again, guys, this wasn't a too long of a video. I just wanted to kind of pop in here and talk about Mortal Empires, because I know a lot of you guys got a lot of hype building on it. Turn and I are going to use the faction unlocker to get a little War of the Beard action going for you all the next day or two. We've got a video on the Great Catastrophe coming out on Sunday. I'll probably be also doing a stream on Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific, as I normally do. I guess also I'm going to treat this video as a chance to kind of do some house cleaning. I'm going to kind of overhaul the channel and try to really organize a lot of the playlists so that those of you guys just coming in can really kind of dive deep into, hey, I just want to see all the pantheon of gods, maybe the Chaos Pantheon or the High Elf Kadai, or maybe you want to hear about just certain portions of the lore, or certain multicasts, or certain head-to-heads, or the streams only. So I'll be doing some of that in the background here. If there's any suggestions you guys have for general house cleaning of the channel that you'd love to see that you see in other channels, please feel free to leave a comment, shoot me a message. I'm all open to anything here, guys. I'm always up to doing new stuff. I'd like to start adding some more lore to the channel too, outside of the Warhammer world. I'm probably going to be playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, so I might jump into some of the lore of Star Wars. So if you guys are interested in that, do let me know. I'm kind of on the fence about it, so you guys are really going to be my barometer on that. But I definitely want to start delving into some Warhammer 40,000 lore. If you guys think I know a lot about fantasy lore, it pairs? Like the fruit on a tree? No, it pales in comparison to my Warhammer 40,000 lore. I've been playing that longer than I've been playing fantasy, because it's got a bigger community, at least especially in the US at least. But thanks for watching here today, guys. Again, real quick video. Don't forget to subscribe to my Twitter, because I'll be doing, I never thought I'd say that sentence in my life, but I'll be doing as many updates as I can about when I'll be doing some surprise streams during the week, stuff like that. So you can find my Twitter at theitalian567. It's also on the front page of my channel. And do subscribe to my Twitch, because I'm going to start streaming on Twitch for certain games that are not Total War Warhammer. There's a big issue, like I've been saying, with the demonetization that YouTube has rolled out, and it actually hinders a lot of the content creators of, especially the Total War content creators, because this isn't a huge blockbuster AAA Call of Duty Destiny 2 title. They get hit pretty hard because war is in the title twice. But because of that, you know, I've had to kind of pursue other means of making this more profitable for myself. I do this outside of my day job, and I realize it starts to take up more and more time because I love it more and more. But I will be starting to do some Twitch streams just for certain games again. So do subscribe to that if you want to get on some more stream action going. But thanks for watching here today, guys. Have a good one. And again, let me know if you have any suggestions for the channel or for lore videos. Always ears. Always have ears to the grindstone, whatever it is. Have an ear to the railroad tracks. I have an ear. You're the apple of my ear. There we go. There it is. Nailed it, guys. Wordsmith. All right, guys, have a good one.